Hey everyone, Nathan Walby here with Visual Musical Minds. So last week I created a video called The Everything File in which I shared with you a link to a Google slideshow containing hundreds of musical pictures that you can use. There's a link to that video in the description box below. Well, this week I'm back to show you how to use those pictures in Google Slides to create an interactive activity designed to be used in the live, synchronous online musical classroom. Today's activity is called the Fitting Game. It's a rhythm building game designed to be a sort of a pre-assessment for students at the beginning of the school year. There's a link to this slideshow in the description box below, and when you click it, it's going to prompt you to make a copy of it into your own Google Drive. So make sure that you're logged into Google before you do that, and then it's yours to keep forever. So for the rest of this video, what I plan to do is to show you this activity and then how I plan to use it in the live synchronous setting, and then I'm going to show you how I created it so that you can create something similar. Alright, have fun! Alright, I'm back, and now I'm here with the Fitting Game. The Fitting Game is a drag and drop activity designed for synchronous music instruction. And so when I use this, I plan to share it with all my students in a live online music lesson where all the students will have editorial rights. They'll all be in this document with me at the same time, and they'll be able to take these notes and drag them over to create their own rhythms in real time, having everybody create it at the same time together in such a way that we can watch each other, sort of. So I'm building up some rhythms here. I plan to use this document for my 5th and 6th grade students, so I have some advanced rhythms in here to see whether they can get them right. And it works sort of like a formative assessment. It gives me an idea to know where my students are with this. Once I've given the students a chance to fill up all of these cards, not just these, but all my other slides, so that every student has been able to do this 1 or 2 times, or however they wish, then I'll have the students take check marks to say which answers are correct, and also some X's to say which answers are incorrect. I may even have some students say that incorrect answers are correct. Who knows? You notice one thing here is that I can grab these notes and I can move them around, but I can't grab anything else, only the notes. And this makes it very easy to be able to do this activity without messing things up. All right, one last thing before I go. I want to show you how to share this with all of your students so that everybody can get into this project at the very same time and edit it all together. Now, this project was really designed for that ideal situation where you may be virtual with your students, but everybody meeting at the same time. For example, you may be using something like Google Meet or Zoom or Blackboard, where all the students are there with you, just online. And in that setting, you probably have a chat feature where you can send all the students a link that they can just simply click on. And so in that setting, what you do is come up here to the share. And when I click share, I could type in individual people, but that would be way too much work. Instead, I can just say get the link. Now I can hit copy link, but this isn't going to give me what I want. Instead, I need to change, and when I change, it says anyone with a link can become a viewer. I don't want them to be a viewer, I want them to be an editor. So I'll click down to editor, and now I can hit copy link. I'm done now, and I'll take that link and I'll send it over to my students. All my students can then follow that link over to this project, and everybody can do it together. And you'll be able to see all their little bubbles of their names as they move things around, and it's all great and everything. But at some point, the class is going to come to an end, and you will need to leave this project, and you want the students to leave, but they may not leave. And so what you don't want to do is to leave all your students in here with editorial rights so that they can just do whatever they want while you're over teaching another class. So to stop them from editing this when it is time to end, you can go up to share one more time and then go back here to change. And now what you're going to do is change it back to viewer. Now I've done this with my own classes before and it works wonderfully. Once I hit done, the editorial rights of all my students, they all disappear. Even though the student may be in here, even though everything has already been edited, they can no longer grab pictures, they can no longer do anything to it. It's just a view-only file for them. And so by using the share feature to allow students to edit it, by changing it to editor, And then changing it back to viewer at the end of the class, you can allow your students to all do this together, but then you can still maintain control by moving it back to view at the end so that nobody can do anything inappropriate when you're not around. So that's how you use this project. Now in the following slides, I'm going to show you how to create a project like this. So stay tuned and watch that if you're interested in that, and I'll talk to you later. Bye-bye.
Story.